So, you know, when you walk into the studio and everybody just tells you that you look good, you just know that it's going to be another beautiful cooking day. Yeah, all right. My name is Gina and it's Foodies and Spice. It's time to go call your friends, neighbors, everybody. Foodies and Spice is about to start, so call them quickly because I'm making something very interesting and lovely. I told you some weeks ago that my in-laws were around, and whenever they are coming, especially the ones coming from Ekiti, they always come with bushmeat, snails, and of course WOROWO leaves. My Ekiti in-laws, they are amazing. All right, so today I just want to quickly show you something else you can do with the WOROWO leaves. Yeah, you guys have seen me make it as eforiro, but today I am making it with egusi. It's another type of their delicacy and they love it so much, the egusi and WOROWO leaves. So I have my frozen WOROWO leaves here. Yes, I get to freeze them when they bring them so that they don't get spoiled. But I took a quick video to show you how WOROWO leaves look like before I wash them, slice them and freeze. So that's how it looks. All right, so the frozen WOROWO leaf is here. I've got snails, I've got bushmeat. I have to finish them so that new ones can come in. Yeah, I've got dried fish, I've got stockfish, I've got pepper, that's scotch bonnet atarodo, I've got onions, I've got palm oil, salt, and of course the egusi melon seeds. Yeah, this is a very clean one. So I'm going to start by, you know, blending everything that needs to be blended. The snail and the bushmeat does not need so much cooking, so we can just get to it immediately. So I'll be adding my scotch bonnet, atarodo, or red pepper. So the red pepper is actually washed. I freeze them. So, but before I freeze them, I wash them. Yeah. So that's why I'm not washing it now again, or clean them. Yep. So the next thing I'll be going in will be my onions now, and I just need to have this peel. This. Now, if you feel like you're going to cry, just run water on it while cutting it or slicing it. Just run water. It reduces the sulfur impact on your eye. Okay, so that is good, and I'm going to add some water so I can blend it smoothly. Now if you decide to use dry milk for this, it's still okay. Like that's the dry blender, it's still fine. Good. So I'll just go ahead and blend. Okay, so this is ready, and the next thing we are going to do now is to start boiling the meat or cooking the meat and the stockfish and the rest. So we've made a lot of recipes, egusi recipe, frying the egusi. Today I'm showing you another style of cooking egusi. You don't have to fry it if you don't want to. So I've showed you egusi pepper soup before, but today's recipe is egusi that is not fried. So I'm going to show you how I make it. Meanwhile, join me to welcome this beauty to my studio. Yes, this pot, I've had them since last year, but I've not used it. So for those of you who keep liking my pots, I'm sure you will like this one again. This one has a name, so if you want to ask me, you can ask. I'll tell you where to get this. So we are using my new pot today, and I will start by adding the stockfish. And I'll add some water. So I'll add some salt, cover it to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes before I start adding the other things. When making egusi without frying it, it's a very easy process. You don't even need to do much. You just need to add everything together and it cooks. That's how it's made. Just because of the snail, I want the snail to cook for a bit. I like crunchy snail, but it should just cook for a bit before I start adding other things. The aroma from this pot already, just the stockfish and snails, wow, really lovely. So the next thing that goes in now is my iru. Yes, my Ekiti in-laws always bring iru when they are coming. They don't forget that part too. And the Ekiti iru is really nice. So I'll add the iru now. And at this point, I can also add the bushmeat. Now I'm looking at this, my new pot, if it will contain everything. But well, we'll try. If it doesn't, well. So I get to freeze all of these too. Freeze them. That's just the best way to preserve stuff. Just put them in the freezer. Okay. So I'll let it cook for a few minutes. When I come back, I'm going to add all the crayfish and the dry fish and the oil. So this is good now. I'll add the other things. My pot is getting so full. But it's fine, it's fine. All right, so I have crayfish here and my dried fish. All cleaned. I'm adding the powdered crayfish. Okay, so crayfish has been added. I'll just stir, 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 stir. This smells very good already. Very, very good. So, it's not every time that you get to fry your egusi. You can also do any other style you want. So yeah, this style is actually fast. So I just added about 1 cup of palm oil in it. This looks good, man. Really good. Fit to serve to a king. So I'll cover it to cook for like 2 minutes. Now I know that I have pepper inside that egusi, but guys, I want to add some more pepper. My Cameroon pepper, yeah, a little bit of it for some hot, sexy spiciness, and it makes any Nigerian soup, you know, wow. Yeah, all right, so that's my Cameroon pepper. I'll just stir on that, then I'll bring my egusi, blended egusi, into this whole mix. You can see, you can actually cook it in any way, and it's fine. You don't need to fry all the time. So I'm going to take my blended egusi now. And pour it into the pot. I'm just going to rinse this one with a little bit of water. I'm not going to stir so much on it. Just look at the beautiful color of this oil. I won't stir on it so much. You don't have to stir on it. Cover it up and allow it do its thing. We'll come back soon to season it and of course finish it up with our WOROWO leaves. This is our Egusi-Worowo special today. Hi guys, so that part where we get to say hello to you. How you guys doing? I trust you're all doing great. All right, so last week I got this beautiful dress from Sims by Joey and I posted it on my Instagram and Facebook. I also posted the ingredients. I get to do that, like I just post ingredients of what I'm cooking that day on Instagram and Facebook, and I asked a question for people to guess what they think I want to cook. I got over 100 comments, like over 100 comments, and everybody was guessing and guessing and guessing. But yes, most people got the pepper soup part, but they did not get the eko part, except Ayinde Idera Oluwa and Abdul Fatai Saratu. He said assorted meat pepper soup and agidi or eko. So these two are my winners because I placed a little bit of bounty on that post here. Okay, or giveaway on the post. Yeah, so those are my winners. A lot of comments, a lot of people guessed so many things. So those are my two winners, and if you've not collected your giveaway or your gift, please let me know immediately if you watch this so that you can get it. And on Instagram, of course, it's very beautiful here too on Instagram. I post a lot of videos, so if you're not following me on Instagram, please do at Gina Foodies and Spice. If you're not following me on Facebook, please do Foodies Spice. There are a lot of cloned Foodies and Spice on Facebook. So mine is Foodies Spice. There's no and, so you find it on Facebook, and we are over 170-something thousand followers on Foodies Spice. So that's how you know that that is mine. Yeah, a lot of those videos I post, and all of you just love them. Okay, thank you all so much. So let's quickly finish up this Egusi-Worowo, yeah, with the snails and the bushmeat and the stockfish and all the beautiful things. I just love rich soup. A little of everything makes the soup beautiful. All right, guys, love you all so much. Mwah. All right, guys, so at this point I'm going to stir on it. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so this looks very beautiful. Our egusi has come to life. Looks like egusi. Looks like egusi that is fried, but trust me, it's not fried. So before I start to season it, let me just, have a taste. Wow, this is good. I've not even added any seasoning, just that salt and the iru that's in it, and it tastes this good. Fantastic. So I'll be adding 2 seasoning cubes to this. This beautiful. Then I will stir. This really looks good. This looks good. Now this is the point where we have to add our WOROWO leaves. Now the WOROWO leaves, like I told you earlier, I get them from Ekiti. My in-laws always send them to me, or when they are coming, they bring it along. And for those of you who keep asking me, I don't know how you get it in Lagos, but we get from Ekiti. Other parts of the West call it WOROWO. Yeah, you guys keep telling me that on social media there's WOROWO, but really the part of Ekiti where we come from is WOROWO. Okay, Ondo State, I hear they call it WOROWO, and some other parts, but they taught me how to call it WOROWO, and that's what I call it. So I'm just going to sprinkle my WOROWO leaves. This time they are frozen because that's how I preserve them. So my frozen WOROWO leaves, I have to put them now. So much water in this because the WOROWO gives out a lot of water. So it's time for me to think of what I will use to step down this my Egusi-Worowo that is making koto koto koto. So let me just check it out now. It looks really good. It's ready, guys. This soup done. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. My Egusi-Worowo. This is beautiful. My frozen vegetable, wilted, cooked, and it goes down with some pounded yam flour. Of course, it's Ekiti. I cannot pound bing today. Let me just use this pounded yam flour for it. This is beautiful. Wow! Beautiful. Very beautiful. Wow. So time to make my step down swallow for this Egusi-Worowo. Okay, so my pounded yam flour is ready. It's time for me to download this thing. All right, guys, let's serve it. Wow. Oh. The bushmeat and snail, the WOROWO leaves. Wow. Fantastic. Now this is so yum, like extremely yum. Wow. WOROWO leaves is perfect. Perfect in egusi. Don't forget this egusi is not fried. Now let's check out the snails. The snails. You guys know I love them. See you next week. Wow. Bye, today. Bye bye. Come back next week.